The purpose of this workout is just to experiment with different pieces of training equipment and different ways that you can use that equipment. So consider this your equipment orientation. Now, if you're a veteran swimmer, you've been swimming for quite some time, all of this is probably pretty self-explanatory, but if you're brand new, there are a lot of drills in here, so I'd highly recommend watch this video through to the end, and hopefully when you get to the points in the workout where maybe you're a little unsure about what I mean, this will jaunt the memory bank and you'll be able to execute the best you can. Now, that being said, if for some reason it's just not coming to you, make it up, do the best you can, circle back, we'll do it better next time, it's all good. So first of all, the warm-up, we're gonna start with cycling through choice swim, choice kick, and freestyle pull. Now, you may notice a different set rep structure depending on what level you're at. Don't let that throw you. All the sets are the same in terms of what we're actually doing. So choice swim can be whatever stroke you like, fly back, breast free. Probably more like free or breast or back than fly. Anyway, whatever stroke you like, then whatever kick you like, again, as long as you're isolating the leg, kicking on your front, your back, whatever you like. And then the last one is going to be freestyle pull. You're gonna be using the pull buoy, which I'm gonna pull out in a second, and just isolate the arms, warm them up a little bit. Don't use paddles in the warm up, save them for the main set, especially now, early season. So moving on to the main set, the first piece of equipment that we are going to play with is going to be the kickboard. We're going to use it simply with kicking on our front. So holding the board, however you like, head out of the water, head under the water, totally up to you, doesn't matter. Just isolating the legs, kicking on the front. Then we're going to flip it over onto the back. You can keep the board if you want to hold the board, have a little more support, that's fine. You can hold it up above your head. You can hold it in streamline, or you can go no board and just go streamline, or you can even leave the arms down by the sides in that soldier position. So kicking on front, kicking on back, and the last one's gonna be kickboard push, and that's gonna be holding the board like this and pushing the water. So that's gonna add a lot more resistance and really get those legs working. So you can do that for 25 on the way down, and then you're actually gonna, on your front, and then you're gonna flip on your back and do the same thing, kickboard push on your back. So that'll be fun. Then we'll move on to pull buoy. I already showed you the pull buoy. Again, no paddles for today. We are just going to use this, and we're gonna play with our core stability a little bit today. So first time you're gonna have this guy right up in the crotch and the thighs. Again, I usually put the fat side forward. That'll give you a little more flotation, and it'll keep it in there a little bit better between the legs. So up nice and high, then you're gonna bring it down to the knees, which is gonna be a little bit harder, gonna require a little more core stability, and then down to the ankles, which is gonna require the most core stability and balance. So we'll play with that a little bit before moving on to the swim snorkel. Now the swim snorkel, if you don't have one of these, I highly recommend, really good piece. Second most important in the hierarchy, at least in my opinion. It does take a little bit of time to get if you need to focus on just isolating the breathing and working on that for a little bit. Start slow. If you got it though, this one's an awesome piece to do a lot of the drills and sculling and things you're gonna see coming up. So we are gonna play with that. First, we're gonna start with just kicking on our front. So you can go back to the kickboard if you like. Again, just with the snorkel on, and just focus on breathing. You may have to regress a little farther back and just stand in the water and put your face in and practice breathing before you start actually any locomotion at all. But hopefully kicking with the snorkel will be a easy start. Then we're gonna move on to sculling. So we'll scull on our front, we'll scull up in the catch, which is the easiest. And that one should give you a good chance to practice a lot of the sculling work with the snorkel, which again is way easier with the snorkel. And then the last, we are just going to do some scull swim. So scull down, swim back. Now we're actually gonna start practicing just swimming with the snorkel a bit. Then we move on to some paddles. Again, we don't want to do a whole lot of work with paddles, and if you have any shoulder injuries, please adjust or modify as needed. So we're gonna do one arm freestyle drill with paddles. These are my favorite paddles, but doesn't matter. The only ones I don't like too much are ones that are cupped. So if you can avoid those, anyway, these are, again, at least my favorite. So we'll do one arm freestyle, leave the arm you're not using up, and just paddling with one arm. So stroking out with one arm. Then we are gonna move on to just freestyle swim with the paddles. And then the last one, we're going forearm grip. So you're actually gonna hold the paddle at the top where most of the surface area is actually on the forearm. It's almost like doing a closed fist drill, but with some added surface area, which should really help focus on setting up the catch. We'll talk about that later, don't worry. But anyway, that will be the paddle work. And the last one are our fins. Again, if you don't have fins, short training fins, arenas, speedos, those are all really good. We are gonna do some dolphin kick, which you're really good at. So we get a little bit of core work going there. We'll place with some freestyle and some beat kicks. So thinking about our stroke timing, the 2 beat kick is basically one kick per arm pull on the same side. So that's kind of the stroke rate that we're going for. So if that's what you can be thinking about, same side arm, same side leg, kick and pull, kick and pull. This would be a 2 beat kick. Kick, pull, kick, pull, kick, pull. Everything else, the legs are just kind of sitting out there, relaxing until they fire. Kick, pull, kick, pull. So that will be the 2 beat kick. And then the pausing freestyle is you're just gonna swim freestyle and you're gonna pause in your side glide. So one arm up, one arm down on your kind of front side, and you're just gonna glide it out here. So pause, 2-3 seconds, pull through. Pause, 2-3 seconds, pull through. So that will be the last pausing freestyle one. And then we just cool down, swim out some nice and easy, and call it a day. Now, if you're swimming at the club, we are gonna be doing some video analysis. That's why it's really important that watch this video in its entirety. Well, I'm at the end now, so if you made it here, congratulations, great. Hopefully you'll know what we're doing because I'm not gonna be indisposed doing a lot of filming on this day. If you're swimming on your own, good luck. Again, do the best that you can, have fun, play with the equipment. If you want to experiment with any other ways to use the pieces of equipment, feel free. And if you don't have equipment, now's the time to get it. See you Thursday.